trouble with the distance. It'll break down your resistance to let a stranger in. And if you do, and you say we're through, I wanna ride those roads again. But if it leaves you crying, you'll find me flying out 40, 80, or 10. Well, I gave up on forgetful drinking and just do a little wishful thinking. And wake up in the night and I wonder what you may have found. Well, now this old truck's got 100K, but if you ask if you know, I'd find a way. Push it up the side of the Great Divide and roll down to your town. And darling, I've always tried to find the road not taken from Monterey to Macon. 2 lanes have been my friend. Coastal highway by byway, out and back again. But if you say you're lonely, you know there's only 40, 80, or 10. Now all these miles are taking their toll. They leave me a little dusty in my soul. And now the day's finally come that I can't recall just what it was that I've been running from. Well, now just 2 blocks from my back door, I can hear the whisper of 24. And even when I'm sleeping, it comes creeping like a dream. Well, I found the will to settle down, but I found it so far from your town that sometimes that whisper turns to a scream. And darling, I've said goodbye from payphones in Port Christian and in letters I have written without a stamp to send. And one day I'll find a way not to say that word again. And I'll chase that line one last time out 40, 80, or 10. Hey, I'll chase that line one last time out 40, 80, or 10. If I could go back, had the chance to do it over again, could spend my life regretting all I should and shouldn't have been. I dreamed big dreams and I made big plans, had more irons in the fire than a lady has hands. While life rolled by, I waited for it to begin. Oh, living's getting in my way, with one step forward for the 2 that I did not take. Oh, living, work, sleep, and pray. I sure made plans for living it up, but life got in the way. Yeah, life got in my way. Now life's highway is the road neath the wheel of the man, where you get lost and pushed between the dirt and the map in your hand. Oh, it takes a ticket or 2 till you learn to drive, and a wreck sometimes even saves your life. Don't be an old hitchhiker before you can understand. Oh, living's getting in my way, with one step forward for the 2 that I did not take. Oh, living, work, sleep, and pray. I sure made plans for living it up, but life got in the way. Yeah, life never leave out. For if one thing hadn't led to another, I'd have never learned how. Yeah, I dreamed big dreams and I made big plans till I learned those irons, they were out of my hands. Took a lifetime learning, that's what living is all about. Oh, living's getting in my way. With one step forward for the two that I did not take. Oh, living, work, sleep, and pray. I sure made plans for living it up, but life got in the way. Yeah, life got in my way. Well, he tried so hard back in 32, but he lost the farm when the banks fell through and jobs were gone and the South was poor. He went off looking for work in New York and took an office job that didn't use his skill. But don't you know it used all his will? And he got used to winter in the city world and the accent of one Jersey girl, but he never got used to the city trains that carried working men instead of coal and grain. But sometimes sitting 10 stories up, he'd be looking out the window thinking of going back to listen to a true train whistling in a Georgia night, where the coal cars rumble in the far-off thunder of a southern lullaby. Now every New York morning radio shot, he'd be waiting at the station for the 809. When that train would be coming on in, he'd close his eyes, turn his back to the wind, and sometimes that wind could take him on back to a young boy running by a railroad track, standing by the switch, waiting for the clear, waving goodbye to the engineer. Thought he ought to let that memory fade, 'cause it had no place on a downtown train. But even so, every now and then, he'd close his eyes and let that wind blow him back to listen to a true train whistling in a Georgia night, where the coal cars rumble in the far-off thunder of a southern lullaby. Now for 58 years he's lived in Manhattan with that Jersey girl that he met on the Staten. All the years have done their best to put an old man's memory to rest. Oh, every once in a while, he's a young man waking up with a smile, as long after memory's been forsaken, asleep at night his dreams still take him back to listen to a true train whistling in a Georgia night, where the coal cars rumbled in the far-off thunder of a southern lullaby, where coal cars rumbled in the far-off thunder of a southern lullaby. maybe nothing's ever gonna come, and nothing seems to grow outside my window. Think I'd better go and get me some. Well, I wanna get some of the gold in the hills that's making people nervous. You know, they get scared of the cold and the chill, start praying God preserve us. Can't believe how long I've stayed. 2 more days till I get paid. Find that small town boy I'm dating, tell him I'm done patiently waiting. Yeah, I'm done patiently waiting. Now I've had fun holding hands at the movie show. I've had good times tearing up the town. Oh, but I've spent cold nights waiting out front of the movie show, thinking that half the hands that held me down. Well, I want to get some of the gold in the hills that's making people nervous. Oh, they get scared of the cold and the chill, start praying God preserve us. Can't believe how long I've stayed. 2 more days till I get paid. Now find that small town boy I'm dating, tell him I'm done patiently waiting. Yeah, I'm done patiently waiting. Some folks never get their share of the sweet life, and some just come around a little late. Oh, but I got this feeling sitting at a stoplight. Seems like good things come to those who hit the road when they go where they want. I wanna get some of the gold in the hills that's making people nervous. Get scared of the cold and the chill, start praying God preserve us. Can't believe how long I've stayed. 2 more days till I get paid. Find that small town boy I'm dating, tell him I'm done patiently waiting. Yeah, I'm done patiently waiting. I'm so done patiently waiting. All the old men in my life are gone. Cold tractors await the plow. Tobacco pipes forever have burned out. Worn out walking sticks are laid to rest, like calloused hands across our chests, no longer holding on. For all the old men are gone. Dusty hats still hang upon their nails in tribute to the sweated brows. 1,000 plowed rows all paved over now. Brogans sit behind forgotten doors. Seems they could almost walk the floor. Shoes that once left footprints I walked on, but all the old men are gone. Gone to heaven, gone to glory, they've gone home. Gone to be with their dear loved ones who have waited for so long. What I'd give to sit upon the knee of my dear granddad's lap. Oh, John or Uncle Jack, he was my favorite one. But all the old men are gone. All the old men in my life are gone. With them gone the hugs and laughs, no more treasured stories of the past. Things are mighty quiet on the porch, even the rocking chair don't creak no more. And I'm sure proud to carry on, since all the old men are gone. Gone to heaven, gone to glory, they've gone home. Gone to be with their dear loved ones who have waited for so long. What I'd give to sit upon the knee of my dear granddad's lap. Oh, John or Uncle Jack, he was my favorite one. But all the old men are gone. All the old men are gone. I'm staring out the window at the rain. The night is driving me crazy.
Well, it's just as cold inside. All the warmth is gone without my baby.
And in my mind something stirs, and my lips start crying out your name. I'm sitting here wondering where you are, and listening to the rain.
The beating on the window can't compare with the beating my heart's taking.
The window's gonna hold, but look at me, I'm already breaking. Memories tugging at my heart, and it's gonna break beneath the strain.
While I'm sitting here wondering where you are,
And listening to the rain. My mind has got you pictured in the arms and in the heart of some new love.
I tried to black it out, but all my mind can see is him and you, love.
Knowing that it might be true, that's the thing that's causing all the pain.
While I'm sitting here wondering where you are,
And listening to the rain. Yeah, I'm see it again. They tore down a mountain, Mama, and I cried 'cause I could not believe the great-grandsons of the mountains could stand there in vain, a black dollar tucked under their sleeve. And when the ground shook, I felt myself tremble. Then I brushed the black dust off of me. Lord, I knew that mountain like the back of my hand. Oh, what I'd give just to see it again. Lord, I knew that mountain like the back of my hand. And oh, what I'd give just to see it again. Oh, what a sight not to see. And they took down more timber than a mountain has cold. And then they stripped off a little more greed, till their white skin turned black as the coal dust, and their black hair turned white as a sheet. Lord, I knew that mountain like the back of my hand. And oh, what I'd give just to see it again. Lord, I knew that mountain like the back of my hand. And oh, what I'd give just to see it again. They tore down a mountain, Mama.
Da-dum, ba-da-dum, dum, da-dum, dum, da-da-da-da-da-da, dum, da-dum, dum, da-da-dum, dum, dum, da-da-da-da-da-da.
I held you in my arms and you held on tight, and I was thinking to myself how it felt so right. While I was looking for love written in your eyes, you moved too fast, took me by surprise. Well, if that's what you've got in mind, you better realize I'd rather have nobody than to have the wrong body, just for the sake of having somebody lying by my side. I know you're not just anybody, but I gotta know that you're the right somebody, 'cause I'd rather have nobody than the wrong body holding me tonight. I can't believe I heard you say you are surprised. Now I guess I know just what your kiss implies. If you say it's my heart that you adore, can't you see my love's worth waiting for? So if that's not what you've got in mind, you better realize I'd rather have nobody than to have the wrong body, just for the sake of having somebody lying by my side. I know you're not just anybody, but I gotta know that you're the right somebody, 'cause I'd rather have nobody than the wrong body holding me tonight. I'd rather have nobody than to have the wrong body, just for the sake of having somebody lying by my side. You're not just anybody, but I gotta know that you're the right somebody, 'cause I'd rather have nobody than the wrong body holding me tonight. Yeah, I'd rather have nobody than the wrong body holding me tonight. Like ivy grows up the old church wall, like a honeysuckle in the morning dew. From this day on, as I take your hand, I will grow in love with you. Like a trumpet vine climbs the old rock well, like a morning glory climbs a fence post too. From this day on, as I take your hand, I will grow in love with you. In love with you is where I belong. For in love with you, though I'm weak, I am strong. Take my hand, take my heart, like wildflowers so true, and I will grow in love with you. Like the mountain laurel overlooks the valley green, and like bonnets in the springtime so blue. From this day on, as I take your hand, I will grow in love with you. In love with you is where I belong. For in love with you, though I'm weak, I am strong. Take my hand, take my heart, like wildflowers so true, and I will grow in love with nights in bed by 10, wishing I had the chance to do it over again. Hungry, but I don't want to eat. Tired, but guess I'll lose another good night's sleep. Could it be that love has come to me, and I couldn't see the forest for the tree? Why is it that my heart should run and hide, always thinking the grass is greener on the other side? Up at dawn and off to work, maybe the job can smooth the lines and hide the hurt. I was the young one who had it all. I took a chance, then took it back right to the wall. Could it be that love has come to me, and I couldn't see the forest for the tree? Why is it that my heart should run and hide, always thinking the grass is greener on the other side? I've been on the fence for way too long. Think it's time I climb down to a place that I call home. Too many nights in bed by 10, wishing I had the chance to do it over again. signs led me, but my greatest signs lay off the beaten path somewhere between the lines.